it's all eyes and all focus on Jharkhand, and is it the end game for Hemant Soren? That's the big question. He could be in trouble and face disqualification as an MLA. The EC has written to the Jharkhand governor in a sealed report where it has asked to look at whether Mr. Soren violated election laws by giving himself a mining lease.
But on his side, Divya, Mr. Soren claims that he hasn't yet received any communication from the Election Commission on this, and he's accused the BJP of, in fact, drafting this report himself. The BJP, in turn, is demanding the midterm polls, while he's seen several media reports and BJP statements about the Election Commission recommending his disqualification as an MLA. That's what Mr. Soren is claiming, that he's never seen this communication himself. The BJP, though, is confident that its plea has succeeded and sought midterm polls on moral grounds. Saurabh is joining us for more on this. Saurabh, this really turning out to be a political battle now, with the BJP saying that he should be suspended, while on the other side Mr. Hemant Soren saying he's not seen it and BJP is itself drafting these allegations.
Well, yes, all eyes on the Raj Bhavan behind me, because the Raj Bhavan is the place where the Election Commission's recommendation on this Office of Profit controversy against Hemant Soren, because of which he faces possible disqualification, is here. Now, the Raj Bhavan, the governor will have to decide based on what the EC recommends, and the Election Commission's report, like I said, has reached in a sealed envelope. But much is already being actually speculated on what that report contains or what that recommendation is. And the BJP is quite confident that that recommendation is disqualification for Hemant Soren, the Jharkhand Chief Minister. Now, if there is a disqualification, and if Mr. Jharkhand, if the Jharkhand Chief Minister is asked to step down, then of course one expects political turmoil over who his successor is going to be, and whether the ruling alliance of the JMM and also the Congress will be able to keep its flock together and continue in power. Now, there has been no consensus, sources say, on who Mr. Soren will appoint if he indeed does step down, but he could also choose to fight it in the courts and, save his position as Chief Minister. So there are multiple possibilities at this point, but like I said, all eyes on the Raj Bhavan and what the governor decides.
Right, Saurabh, with the BJP demanding early elections as well.
That's right, the BJP is demanding early elections, saying that it's a moral issue. And the BJP believes that it has the wherewithal to win an early election. Hemant Soren has been quite critical. He says you can buy these bodies, but how can you buy public support? Now, that of course is the political rhetoric, but the Office of Profit controversy is something that of course will be a key deciding factor, and the Election Commission's recommendations, which have been sent to the governor in a sealed envelope, is going to decide largely what is going to happen next in the state of Jharkhand, whether Hemant Soren steps down, whether he chooses to fight, whether he is disqualified, whether he appoints someone in his place, the ruling alliance can keep its flock together, or whether there is going to be midterm polls. All of these issues, like the BJP is demanding midterm polls, all of these issues will much depend on what the governor decides.
Right. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for joining us with all those details. We will keep coming back to you for more on that.